What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Views. I'm your host, UNSOULSLIKE, and we are back today with some more review action. As always, hit that like and subscribe button, turn post notifications on so you know when we go live here on Twitch and over on YouTube. And I'm with the villains, Grim and the Regal. What's going on, boys? What the fuck is up? Yeah. We are here to review Lords of the Freakies. I want to say Lords of the Fuckers because I got a lot of shit to say about the game. I got fucked over a lot of different instances, but we're definitely gonna go ahead and get into our thoughts of the 2023 Soulslike from, I believe. Let me look up who produced this shit so I can fucking go off on them. So yeah, it was Hexworks. It was Hexworks.
Well, they helped.
Yeah, it was.
But the publisher.
Oh yeah. So you're right, actually. Yeah, it was developed by Hexworks, published by CI Games and shit. They put the stamp of approval. So I'm gonna show up to both headquarters and slap, because, in my opinion, man, Lords of the Fallen was one of those games in 2023 that had a lot of potential, but it didn't really deliver, like with the final product and shit like that. I know we got about 5 to 6 different patches for the game since it's been out, all trying to like address different issues with the game and shit like that. And a lot of these patches are just like breaking the game, fixing one thing and kind of like breaking something else. So yeah, man, before I go off on the game, Grim, how'd you feel about Lords of the Fallen? I know we played a lot of the game and shit like that, so get into it, bro.
Played a lot of it, but I haven't played too much of it. I think the purpose of it was like outlet the first beacon, which is after that boss with the works.
Yeah.
Our ass, you know?
Oh, the Hush thing?
Hush,
Yeah, remember that boss fight? That boss fight was cool.
So I haven't really like gotten too deep into the game to like
give it the definitive. Yeah.
I don't really play too much Souls games, so this is probably like my first game that I actually like played.
Really sat there and like fucking. I'm not gonna lie, you played a lot of the Wolong shit for some reason too, pissing me off.
Wolong is pretty fun now.
Yeah, I'm jacking. You just like Koei techno game. Fuck out of there.
Just kicking ass. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, facts. But yeah, man. Like I could say on behalf of me, like I beat the game. Out of us three, I probably obviously put the most time into the game and shit like that. And I might be like the biggest Souls fan between villains and shit. I've like probably played the most. So like when I compare like Lords of the Fallen, I'm comparing it to like all the other Souls games that I've played and shit like that. And like I'm not gonna lie, like the feature with Umbral and Axiom and like being able to switch between both maps and shit like that at any given time, I think that was so fucking fire, and that kind of kept me in the game for a while. Like just the exploration and shit was dope. But certain shit with like hit detection, the way certain attacks were, and the way some of the gameplay elements felt and shit, like you ran like fucking like a flash, mad fast, definitely the fastest I've ever ran in any of these Souls games and shit. And like I felt like the damage calculation was a bit weird too. Like I don't know, I feel like there was just like a lot of inconsistencies, and then as we all know, guys, can we all like agree that this is some of the worst frame rate handling in 2023?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, there was some points in the game, bro, that it dropped to at least like 4 or 5 frames per second.
Especially during boss fights.
Oh my god, during boss fights, even the craziest part is that in my experience with the game, the buggiest part is the main hub. And you would think that hub area was like the most polished, area of the whole game, because that's like where everything connects to and shit. So yeah, man, but there was some interesting boss fights. Like I really like the Congregator of Flesh boss fight that we dropped for Halloween. That was a pretty cool boss fight. Like we said, the Hush Saint was a cool boss fight. But unfortunately, I beat the game and I know what the last boss is. And I actually showed you guys what the last boss was. And it's kind of like you just find these super, super generic waves of like the same enemy over and over again. And there's like a big fucking boss flying in the background and shit. It was just kind of like the blow, especially coming off Eliza P and how strong that game ended and shit like that. I think this game definitely left a lot to be desired and shit like that. I feel like almost they owe us like free DLC. Like at this point, like y'all owe us some shit, because the amount of like, first of all, the first week, right, Grim? Like the first like week or so, we weren't even able to like get on crossplay. If I'm not mistaken.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just me and Regal trying to hold shit down with the random computer and shit like that. And for them to like go out and like hold the crossplay shit and the multiplayer shit to like a high standard, saying that was like the selling point of the game, and for it to not work on launch was crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that was wild. Reeves, how'd you feel about the game though? I don't wanna rant too long.
Like I didn't play it as much, but I didn't it wasn't better than if I'm not mistaken, it kind of resembles Elden Ring.
A little bit, yeah. It's like Elden Ring minus the open, like, you know,
open,
that big
yeah.
ass open map and
And
yeah, so it's like that. Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Elden Ring was better. I'm not really like, and that was like the first kind of game that I got into, like this kind of like, and this
that genre,
game,
like the Souls-like genre.
Yeah, this game was just like too, like you said, it kept dropping, and it wasn't.
Right.
It wasn't.
At some point, I'm not gonna lie, my shit just crashed at some point. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You're paying $76, you know, with tax and for the standard edition.
$80 for the game to run like a fucking like a Nintendo 64 game, and I just really wanted to beat the game to see if like it picked up towards the end, and it literally just did the opposite. So like, yeah, like, you know, there's a lot to like discover, and there's a lot of cool shit to do between Umbro and Axiom, but it's like $80, and you know what I mean? Elden Ring was only $60. Elden Ring was a $60 game, you know what I mean? They weren't even charging $70 at that point. Elden Ring was a $60 game, and you know, 10 times as bigger. Obviously, it's not fair because we're comparing like fucking apples and oranges. Like, you know, we comparing two different things because From Software is like an established, like a super established game developer and shit like that. I feel like maybe Hexworks should have approached shit differently, because I feel like a lot of their resources went to developing two maps, and you could see like they didn't spend too much time debugging the game and shit like that. So yeah, man. Grim, I wanted to ask you, since you played a lot of Wolong, what game is better than Wolong?
Wolong? I want to see Wolong.
You play Wolong for free.
I play it for free, yes. We're free.
We all fucking play Wolong for free. Like, it was crazy because we've been playing Wild Heart, which we will be dropping. It should be dropped by the time that this video is out. And we automatically had way more fun than we had in Lords of the Fallen. Probably the first 10 minutes of character customization, we had more fun.
And it also shows that because you like, as you just stated, that it's a different company from like Elden Ring or the Dark Souls game.
Yeah.
Is it? So, but you, it already right there. It already shows that a different company can make a game similar to another game, and it'd be, you know, somewhat better.
It's still a fall short.
Right.
Yeah, it's still a fall short.
And be free.
Exactly, and it's just bugged out because like I said, I just played Lies of P probably like 2 weeks before this came out. I finished it, and Lies of P is like a super faithful adaptation of like Dark Souls and shit when it comes to like what the story is. So like this also trying to be an emulation of Dark Souls, but like not doing it the right way. Just is even more like of a bad thing. I'm not gonna lie, the thing that this game has over Lies of P is the co-op functionality, because Lies of P is strictly single player. But I would trade the co-op shit in for a game that just runs well and a good game, because I don't want to play a bad game with my friends. Like, I don't want that. Like, how long did we spend trying to find each other's games and that shit?
Yeah.
Fucking game crash. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not an experience I want when I play co-op games and shit. So yeah, man. Definitely. I don't want to sound too harsh right now. I don't want to sound like a fucking asshole, because I love video games. I know video games cost a lot of money to make. Yeah. Okay, you heard Regal. Regal gave it a 4 out of 10. Shit, man. He went out. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I was gonna go give it a 6. 6 only because I really thought that the Axiom and Umbral mechanic was very interesting. I just don't think that the rest of the game was interesting. Like, that was the most interesting part of it. But yeah, man, I'll go 6 out of 10. What you got, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5. I feel like the story is starts good and then just kind of like starts to drift off a bit, especially with the boss fights.
Yeah, they lost direction because the first two boss fights, it seemed like cohesive, like with Pieta and all that shit.
Yeah.
So
and trust me, bro. Like later on in the game, yeah, we could agree right now. But I was gonna just say like later on in the game, like it doesn't pick back up as far as like the story goes and shit like that. Like there's no like I don't even know what I did and I beat the game. You know what I mean? Like I can't even tell you what the fuck happened, who I fought. It's so crazy. I didn't even know that the last boss fight was the last boss fight. That's how whack it was. I had to like look it up. Like, oh, this is it. No second phase. No like. So yeah, man. I gave it a 4. Riggs, I gave it a 6. Excuse me. Riggs, you gave it a 4. Grim gave it a 5. What's the average on that? What are we agreeing on?
Average, I think 4.5 average.
4.5. All right. All right, guys. So there you have it, man. 4.5 for Lords of the Fallen. Definitely had a lot of things to like look forward to, but it just didn't deliver on a lot of the shit. So yeah, man. 4.5 out of 10. You heard it first from the villains. Just put our stamp on it. Chappelle Show. And yeah, man. Let us know what you think of Lords of the Fallen down below in the comment section. I did have a couple of friends that really enjoyed the game, so I'm interested to see what they would rate it. They're also into like Souls games and shit. But yeah, 4.5 out of 10. And yeah, man, that's just how the cookie crumbles. So yeah, man, as always, hit that like and subscribe button.
Turn those
notifications on so you know when we go live. What was that, Bree?
No, I was letting them know. Turn those post notifications on as well. You know, get the fuck in there, guys. Come on.
Get the fuck in there. Don't be a lingerer. You know what I mean? Right. Don't be the guy that just comes in the building because the fucking door was open. Yeah, get buzzed in.
Right. Don't
buzzed in.
Don't peek the fuck in. You know.
Come in.
Right. Come in. Enjoy your beverage, motherfuckers.
Oh shit. But yeah, as always, guys, be safe. We'll catch you guys.